Is that? Oh, wait, there. How can you hear me now?
Yes.
I was saying, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? You know, who would I be if I didn't have technical difficulties? I was trying to get my darned camera to work, and it is not working. So I'm trying to get it to work on. But you can, but that's okay because I'm here in spirit, right? And Wonder Woman avatar. Hey, listen,
I'm
did you
listening.
watch the did you watch the whole Karen Reed trial today?
Half of it, because
What
that's all
half
they
did you
fucking
watch?
did.
Until what?
They ended early.
Oh, bro. You know what? Oh, I gotta find my camera. Hold on. I lost my. Oh, there it is. It's always hanging by a freaking thread. I swear to God. On this real crappy magnet. Here we go. How about? Let me see. Okay, I think I got it. Oh, you guys, I got it. Hold on. The transition. Start my virtual camera. And hey, hey, you're
The hell was
that.
that?
What do you mean? Was that?
I
It's
said, who the
it's
hell
me.
was that?
Do you like
Oh,
this one? Look, I kind of am like, oh, let me move that down just a titch. Transition. There you go. You don't need to see all that stuff. Okay, so I watched a huge portion of it too. Some of the tow truck guy I missed. Don't mind me. I'm scratching my hair and playing with
he
my
was a
hair.
plow guy.
Yeah, the plow guy. Lucky. Oh my gosh. I made some clips. Hey, did you see my Friday clip?
Which one?
The one where they start up and they're like taking bets on whether what they're gonna do if it's gonna start out with a sidebar. And I kid you not, right today, right before they left, or like at whatever 11:30, I was like, any minute now, any minute Bev's gonna freaking get rid. And then she went
Uh,
and said that it's gonna be too hot tomorrow, so they canceled court.
well, they're ahead of schedule.
What
Their schedule is
ever?
based on the first trial, which was a
Oh
shit
my god.
show.
Okay,
So
so
now, like this time around, like since none of that bullshit that happened during the first one, most of it's not happening again. Like they're ahead of schedule and they're doing the shit where they're going home early, the breaks are longer.
well, the thing is they're putting out so much less. It just all the evidence is fake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like at this point, after today's testimony, you know what? In fact, let's see. I think I have a clip of today's testimony. God, let me see if I have it. I'm gonna be so mad if I don't. God, Gina Louise. Golly jeepers. Jeez Louise. Let's see. That's not it. That's not it.
You can't hear my fan, can you?
No.
Okay.
But you know what I want? No, I can't hear your fan at
I'm
all.
just
No.
checking.
No, I made a video. Did I not upload it? Hold on. Let me see if I didn't upload it. It's a short video, and I made it yesterday. Oh my God, that's a 44-minute thing. No way. Shut up. Okay. Nope, that was this guy. Okay, yesterday. Okay, it was yesterday. There can't have been. I thought I had the like a really good. Let me see if this. No, that's freaking Jen. That broad. Oh my gosh. Oh, here we go. I do have it. Okay, here we go. I do have it. It is this clip. It's not fine tuned, but you'll have to deal with it, right? Hold on, let me find my folder, which I can't find, and my videos, and you know what? This one. We'll do this one. Here we go. Okay, I got it. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm really bad when it comes to stuff like this. And did I close myself out? Wait, Where's my state
No.
card? Oh, there you are. Oh my God. Get your state. Seriously. There's
What?
something seriously wrong with me that I do not know how to run this thing by now. Like, I need to get like a tech person.
A
Viper's never
producer?
there, Viper. You know, I know you're over there, little punk. I see you. I
He's
bet you.
probably playing Daisy.
I know he's playing Daisy. I'm chopped liver now. Him and that Daisy. I'm telling you, I'm totally chopped liver compared to that Daisy. Sorry. Okay, share screen. Here we go. Okay. It's this one. Okay. I'm going to share this and I'm just going to go through it really fast. I think. Okay. I think this is the one where I keep missing myself here. Hold on. I know why. Because I have two different tabs open and I am trying to.
2 tabs.
Yeah, I
Keep
have.
track of them.
I have no. I mean, what I'm saying is I have two browsers open, and I don't know why. I just fixed it so that I can freaking have my stuff together. Okay, so check this out. Let me see. Oh my God.
SUV that you saw at the
I don't know. I used this to clip it.
The black Lexus.
Hold on.
that
I don't
was
think
not
I have the
tail
sound
light
going.
The day I was there.
right rear tail light
Oh shit.
Tail light is completely smashed.
at the read
It didn't record the sound. Never mind. We've got to go on YouTube and find it. And I think I actually have it. This was the guy who came up. It was the sergeant from Dighton says, "Look,
Yeah.
as soon as he sees this picture, they had to ask him, is that what you saw that day?" And he goes, "Absolutely not." Remember that?
Yeah. Well, he didn't say it quite like that, but
Yes, he did. Totally did too. I'm gonna find it. Damn it. Dude, either way, I do have a couple of videos and I kind of wanted to go over it because this is like one of my one of the videos. It's like a 7-minute video, but I think we could I don't know if we can chat during it. I don't know if people can hear us during it. But you got to see this. This is in a nutshell. This guy kind of puts it together and I think he catches on to the judge's shenanigans with the with the objections and the sustained objections. It's just it's annoying.
Right? If I compared my watch to your watch, it would probably be off. And that's the same case for any two independent clock sources. So Aperture, in their collective reports, propose a number of different ways in which that can be corrected. So I'm going to go through all of those ways that Aperture has proposed and show if we align the clocks based on how they laid out, does John's interaction window stay positive or does it ever become negative? Where does it end up when we run all those analyses? Or another way to put it is, does the phone interaction always occur after the end of the vehicle event?
And what did you determine?
Based on the initial reports,
Yes.
the phone interaction always occurs after the end of the vehicle event.
Mr. Burgess and Dr. Welcher.
In the PowerPoint as a whole, all of the information comes from the Aperture reports collectively.
Can I unmute? Can you
Dr.
hear
Welcher
me?
and Mr. Burgess.
Wait, can I
Did-
unmute you?
Mr. Burgess make any adjustments from his original report to his
Yeah, you could do-
subsequent
oh, yeah, you
report
can
in
hear
May
me now.
of 2025?
I can hear
Yes.
Let's go to slide 6, please.
Check this guy out. So he
Tell me
comes
about
out here
this
and he
slide.
is just
Yeah, so this is the
unfazed.
first adjustment we're going to talk about and this one comes from Mr. Burgess's original report. And to summarize this adjustment, this is a key on timing adjustment, and we're going to show that the key on, the actual turning of the vehicle on, occurs about 3 seconds before that time gets registered in the infotainment. So the time we see is basically stale by 3 seconds.
We're all
He's just a
familiar
very nice man with good hygiene. I'm just
turn
saying.
on. When you say
Did
key
you
on, do you mean
write that?
the physical key or
No,
maybe the
that
push
was
button
not
to turn
me.
the car on?
In this case, it's a button.
Well,
I refer to key on because generally that
These
event is
chaps
considered the
crack
key
me up
on
sometimes.
in vehicle parlance, regardless of whether there's a physical key or it's a push button.
So those 3 seconds mean what? What's the difference between pushing that button and the 3 seconds later that you just described?
It means that when we're trying to use the timestamps that were recovered from the infotainment system that show when the vehicle was keyed on or turned on,
Dude, I was looking for
the
some
vehicle
socks
was
earlier.
actually or likely turned on 3 seconds before that.
Do you know where the 3-second conclusion came from in Mr. Burgess's report?
That came from the testing that Aperture conducted with the exemplar Lexus that they purchased.
Was there anything in the report that indicated testing, this type of exact testing on Ms. Reed's actual Lexus?
No.
Do you have an opinion as to whether or not all Lexuses, at least of this make and model and year, would have the exact same 3-second delay? Or could that be different?
It could be different in their testing. In their testing, they only tested one exemplar vehicle.
$400,000.
So I think there was a solid foundation that the exemplar that was used exhibited this 3-second delay. It was a very close match in terms of part numbers and software versions to Ms. Reed's Lexus, but without any kind of testing of, let's say, a second vehicle, a second exemplar, we wouldn't know, we wouldn't have any basis to say it must be 3. We could test a second
You
vehicle.
know, they'll have the
and it could
information
be
now.
5. So we say, well, there's a delay, but it varies vehicle to vehicle. They could have tested a second vehicle and found it's also 3, and then you start to build some confidence that maybe it is 3 across every vehicle. But with only testing one and not testing the subject vehicle, it is difficult to say with absolute certainty it would be 3 seconds.
What is your opinion about best practices with regard to trying to create this gap for purposes of coming
This
to
is his
an
first
opinion
time
or
ever
analysis?
testifying.
So
No, it isn't.
because we don't know
Yeah, it is.
It's a second.
whether or not
God.
this specifically would apply to Ms. Reed's vehicle,
That's different than
the
first.
best
You're
way
right.
to conduct that analysis would be to do the entire thing with the key switch adjustment at 3 seconds. Because if we're going to use a value, 3 is the most reasonable one because that's the one shown in testing. But we should also do the entire analysis without it in case we feel that that's the most appropriate. So, in fact, that's what I do and will show is I ran the analysis both ways, with and without, to be as conservative as possible.
Did your review of Mr. Burgess's report indicate that he ran the analysis both ways?
He did not.
Let's go to slide 7.
Is an excerpt from Mr. Burgess's original report.
The 3-second delay was noted in his report.
It was noted.
Did he apply the 3 seconds in his analysis?
He did not.
Did he indicate in his report why he ignored that 3-second delay?
He did not.
Sustained as to that question.
I'll rephrase it.
Strike the answer.
Now
Did
watch
he
this guy's
indicate
face.
in his report the reason that he did not apply the 3-second correction?
He did not.
When you do apply the 3-second correction, what do you come up with as it relates to the 26 seconds from the end of the recording?
So the positive 26-second window, if we only apply the 3-second key on, grows to positive 29 seconds.
If you applied the same 3 seconds to the trigger event time, now what does the gap?
That gap would grow to a positive 34 seconds.
Between the trigger event and what?
The phone lock.
When does it happen?
In your opinion, was it best practice to not account for that 3-second delay between the on switch and the data coming out?
Face.
Sustained, ask you differently.
What, in your opinion, would be the best practice in terms of this 3 seconds that was noted in the exemplar vehicle?
The best practice would be to run the analysis with that adjustment included and without that adjustment included. Because like I stated, without testing of an additional vehicle, we really don't know if 3 seconds is just a specific behavior of that exemplar or if it's representative of all Lexuses of this type.
I'm like, isn't that crazy?
I mean, I don't know how much that resonates with the jury.
Well, I think that, well, did you notice that he's got pretty specific, he's animated to some degree with his facial expressions. Did you notice that? Especially right there at the end when Hank was objecting
Right.
and so did you now here's another part where he objects and you should look at his face on this one on this objection. It's like a 20-second clip.
So if anything is wrong with your analysis, would it be based on Mr. Burgess being wrong in his analysis?
Objection.
Sustained.
I make that face when I'm on your stream.
I only see this one face right here. It's puckering. It's puckering. You're always puckering up for me. So that was, that was real interesting when and that was at the beginning of the week. What he was like their first witness, wasn't he?
The first defense witness?
Yeah.
Crap. Maybe one of the first, if not.
Yeah. Well, then you've got the dog bite.
Oh God, I can't stand her.
Oh my God! Did you see when Hank?
I can't stand that lady.
Why? She's great. Who else has a collection of dog bite photos? Her. Only her. She's the only one. She's got a weird fetish. It's a weird thing. Yeah. No, seriously.
So yeah, like she could look at any injury and be like, "Oh, that's another great dog bite." It's like that's marks against her if she has a weird photo book of dog bites that she likes to leaf through in her free time.
This guy. Oh, you know what? Oh, I don't know why this one's up there. So that was it. Oh, this broad. Dude.
Gasp. Yeah, it's called a hostile witness.
She was a biddy. Total biddy. Oh my gosh. I couldn't believe how rude she was.
Well, I mean, it's pretty clear why.
Yeah, I see why, because she's like being accused and she's like that she's being accused, and so she's like, what the heck? But the thing is her acting like that.
Yeah, no, it usually doesn't do you any favors.
No, it doesn't.
She didn't give a shit. She just wanted to get the fuck out of there. That's so it's like, I don't care who goes to jail. I don't care if nobody goes to jail. I just want to get the fuck out of here.
Oh my God. And she was just giving it to frickin' was it Jackson?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I couldn't believe
her
it.
name wrong the second time. She's like, well, you can't remember my name, so I can't remember what I did that day.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, no, it was pretty bad. So like I think I saved this or stopped this because I wanted to share this clip with you. Let me see.
Did you call her Devers too? Holy shit, she'll kick your ass too.
No,
Don't let her find
out. No, it wasn't
Devers.
me.
It's Devers.
Devers. Is that her first name or her last name?
I'm sure it's both.
You don't even know. Shut up. Hold on. Let's see. Is this the part? I need to know if this is the part where freaking Hank comes in
Mr. Brennan.
and does her dirty.
Sorry, I have just a few
plow
more
guy.
questions.
Oh, it's the plow guy. Hold on, wait.
When I had mentioned about meeting the defense investigator
Oh,
on...
you know what? This is the part. So actually, you know what?
Looked like he was about to cry at one point.
No. Well, I think You know, when the part where he came out and said, you know, his wife had just died, he
Yeah.
wasn't paying attention to no social media. Well, you know who's sitting there in the freaking courtroom? Turtle Boy.
Which is the one that's running the show that like this mob of people are just like,
Okay, so I'll show you who
is it
Turtle
Turtle
Boy
Boy?
is.
Turtle Boy.
Yeah,
Who's the,
he's
literally
sitting
he's
there.
being charged with witness intimidation.
Right there. He's the guy here. He's this guy in the red. So like he's this guy right here in the red.
Is he the one being charged with witness intimidation?
Yes. And so he sits there because he's a blogger in the area. So that's who this guy is.
They tried to get him banned from the gallery. I know that, but I didn't
Yeah.
know that was the same guy, Turtle
Yeah,
Boy.
it's this guy right here.
He wasn't known as Turtle Boy in the first place.
It's you know, he told the story about why he chose that name. It was something he just told it just the other day. I happened to catch part of his stream. I just can't listen to him all the time. You know, it's just he could go on forever. He's one of those persons who could stream all freaking day long, and you just can't listen to somebody all day long, unless of course it's this Karen Reed trial. You know, then you got nothing better to do, right? But there's yeah, that's him right there. That's the guy. And so when they freaking came up and started talking to him and asking him, where was it? When Hank starts freaking grilling the poor Lucky, right when he gets back from lunch.
When I had mentioned
Hold on. Do we not have this? Crap. Did I not include the audio? Hold on. I gotta remove it and stop that and represent it. Because
Oh, now you're in the courtroom.
yeah, I know, but we're gonna put it on this one and do it like this.
I mean, you should sit next to Turtle Boy.
Smart aleck.
Poor plow guy.
Smart Alec. Oh my god.
June 5th, 2023.
Can you
I
hear that?
misspoke.
I
It was June
can't.
5th,
Yes, I can hear it.
2024. Does that sound more like
You
it?
can?
Yes.
June 5th, 2024, was that shortly before you testified before?
Yes.
You were asked on redirect examination whether any dumpsters got any attention about this case. The question I was asking is, did you notice things that might have been open and obvious? And you have no memory of an actual dumpster in the area, correct?
Correct.
If I could have on the screen Exhibit 37, still photo from that clip.
I mean, this is the third time his story has changed the details.
You know,
It's
he
been
was
different each time.
he said he's like they're got him running scared about the time. And so he's trying to constantly correct his time is what he said.
Well, literally, he was talking to somebody. He said one thing and got in the report. He did the first trial. He said a different
Can I have a
thing.
moment, Your Honor?
And this is another time he's saying something that the details are different. The
Right.
details are important, right?
They are.
We're talking about 3 seconds in a bombshell.
I don't know.
I mean, why would somebody threaten this guy? He's literally a plow driver who delivers pizza when he's not driving a plow.
For the Alberts.
And his wife just died.
I know.
Sir, do you notice the big red dumpster to the right side across from Fairview?
They give him a hard time. I want to get
More
to
than
work.
that. It's like
Frickin' here we go.
they doxed him and posted all these pictures of him and shit. It's like,
He didn't even know.
And I just showed you a photograph. Is that a fair and accurate picture
yeah,
of you
sure.
after your last testimony?
Yes.
Reflecting you now being embraced rather than attacked?
Yes.
Could we show the photo, please, Ms. Gilman, with the court's permission?
Yes.
Now he starts being a total dick to this guy, Brennan. Terrible.
And that's you, Mr. Laughlin?
Yes.
Is there a
You can
picture
take
of
that
a
down, please.
turtle
Thank you
boy?
for your time.
Just very briefly, sir, if I might, Your Honor.
Sure.
Mr. Laughlin, I should say. The questioning about
They finally
the
let
attention
Ned
that you received in
He
2023
finally let. Hold
when
on. What?
when you
finally
received
let Yannetti
secondhand the information.
Yeah, he hasn't done.
He's not that good. That's why the other guys
Oh.
are a level above him. He was the original guy, though. I think he was her original lawyer, and he brought in
my.
Jackson for the first trial, and then they brought in Alisi for the second trial. Those guys are, you could tell just by the way they asked their question. Like Yannetti does bumble around quite a bit, but
Mhm.
they let him do
From
this guy because they're buddies.
The
Oh.
blogger. Was
Buddies.
that before
Buddies?
or long after you were interviewed and gave a statement to the defense investigator in February of 2022?
It was long after.
Nothing further. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Mr. Lockman, you are all set, sir.
Oh, he didn't. I already passed the part where he just railed into him. It was
Another
ridiculous.
witness, Mr.
This lady's a nice lady. What did she
All right, do you need to
say?
see me before as she's coming in, or will that
She
be
was the
in a
forehead
while?
kiss. Oh my God, there was a forehead kiss.
Why don't
Mistrial. Case dismissed.
Yeah, she was like, it was a forehead kiss he gave her, and I just thought, oh.
Wait. Not only was there a forehead kiss, but it was right in front of Brian Higgins.
No!
Yes,
No wonder he went off.
directly in front of him.
Is that what she said? I missed her testimony. I was busy. Are you lying?
No, who could make something like that up?
You could.
Okay.
I did.
When
I'm
you
surprised
you
he
can turn the
didn't
lights
kill
back
him
on.
right then.
I can't believe you think
When
she killed him.
you were leaving the establishment, whom did you leave with?
So again, it was myself, Jennifer McCabe, and Karen.
In three
Did
bar-
anything unusual occur when you were leaving?
Yeah.
So as we were leaving, Jen went over to Karen, kind of put her arm around her, and she started saying, "You're coming with me. You're coming with me." And Karen's like, "Huh? Like what? Like where are we going?"
Left his
And
girl out.
I'm going to sustain the objection.
The first part of that answer, the putting her arm around her, you're coming with me, why did that stand out in your memory?
just because I was there too, and it just was strange. It was just like, "You're coming with me." Like it was just something that stood out to me.
You weren't included.
I mean, no, it's fine. I mean, it was just stood out, Yeah.
Did Karen go with Jen McCabe?
No, she did not.
What did you see her do?
So then, out of the clear blue, thinking that Karen was going to go with Jen, I see Karen with John.
And where did you see Karen with John?
I saw them just I was parked across Washington Street, across from the restaurant, and I just saw Karen and John like walking down towards what used to be Amber Road, a place.
It used to be Amber Road.
It used to be Amber Road, yeah.
Is that a Amber Road cafe?
Correct. It was like a restaurant. It was like a little cafe shop.
And did you figure out why they were walking in that direction?
That's where I think Karen had parked her car.
Did you have any concerns about Karen being able to drive that night?
I had talked to her all night, and I did not notice anything
This
strange
lady was
about
stone cold
her.
sober.
Like
She
I
was
didn't
drinking
think
water.
anything of it.
And once you parted ways, where did you go?
Yeah, Karen was
I went in my car.
deny that.
Oh,
And
she's
what was
an
your
alcoholic.
last
She probably wasn't
image
that.
of seeing Karen and John that night?
I'm just
It
saying,
was just them
right?
walking
Alcoholic.
towards
Never
the car.
Hey, hit your
Wait,
steak?
they're always
moment.
drunk.
Okay.
Wait,
Just
what?
hide it.
What?
Said they're always drunk. Literally always drunk. They just hide it.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, these. I gotta. You know what? You need to play
That's
this.
all of them. They all went out and fucking decided to get drunk knowing that there was a blizzard on the way. That's,
Mr. Brennan?
you know, I did that shit when I was 20 or whatever. But
Right.
whatever. They're
Good
like
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
adults with children.
Was
and
your
they're
last
going
image of Karen and John, both of them walking to the car and Karen walking to the driver's side door of that car?
Correct.
That night it was a celebratory mood?
Correct.
Everybody was getting along fine?
Yes, we were. Yes.
You were speaking to the defendant for some time?
Most of the time. Correct.
You saw her at points hugging Jen McCabe?
Correct.
Oh,
I did.
He was a kind man?
the emotional
Generous.
drunk.
Very generous.
Thoughtful?
Very thoughtful.
Soft-spoken?
Yes.
That night was particularly
You skipped
different. He
the
was extraordinarily
forehead.
proud and happy, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
And you
No.
could see him emote about
Yeah,
his
you did. It's
accomplishment
Brennan
with his
didn't
daughter
ask
private
her.
school.
Correct.
She said that during the
Did you talk
examination.
to John that night?
I
I
did.
didn't skip anything. We played this whole thing through.
I'm just telling you that you missed the forehead kiss part.
When?
All right, Mr.
It-
Keithers, you are all set.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, I guess I did.
So why don't I see counsel regarding...
Apologize.
Sorry. Yeah. So then they go to freaking recess and they're like, oh, get this one.
Hot.
Listen to her. Listen to this shit. You gotta hear this, you guys. This is how it ended. I couldn't. This dirty.
Was Hogwarts law clerk there today? I didn't see her.
Here we go. Listen to this. This is broad. Oh, so annoyed. I'm turning this way up.
Court back inside, please be seated.
Listen to this.
All right, Joyce, I just realized that I probably made you go downstairs and up twice to just come back shortly. Sorry I inconvenienced you that way, but we were able to talk. I am assured not only are we on schedule, we are ahead of schedule. I understand tomorrow's supposed to be very hot.
I think
We're
most
concerned
people
about
just
how
hate
we keep
her.
the fans and air conditioners going and be allowed to hear
Because of the
witnesses.
hairdo.
I've talked to the lawyers. Everybody's in agreement that because we're ahead of schedule, we give you tomorrow off. All
Nice!
So, we won't be in session tomorrow. We will be in
Shit,
session
I wanted to
Friday
hear the rest of
holiday.
this case.
So those
Now,
same
why wouldn't you want to
reminders,
get
please
this
do not
over
discuss
with?
Case with anyone. Don't do any independent research or investigation into this
That's
case.
just it.
If you happen to see
Why do they get? Because it's hot. It's gonna be hot. You know what I think it is? I think that they want to spend a little time putting the rest of the case together.
Oh my God. They asked the defense as well as the prosecution. The defense is the one in charge right now. So if they didn't want to,
Right.
if they thought
No.
1 second it was not to their advantage, they would say, hell no.
Oh no, the more time that they get off to rest and
Yeah.
reassess.
I'm sure they've been working on this probably 20 hours a fucking day.
Oh, right. I can imagine. I mean, do they sleep?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe they're all on speed the whole time, especially that little chick. She's
What?
probably their dealer.
What little chick?
Little, that's her name, not that she's.
Oh. Oh. Oh, the little
She
chick.
hasn't interviewed. She hasn't questioned any witness yet either. I don't think.
Maybe she's just
That's all the legwork.
maybe she's just a paralegal.
No, she's a lawyer.
I was looking for. I don't think I have.
She changed her hair. And it
Oh,
was-
she doesn't. Yeah, she she looks young.
yeah,
That's why
she,
I was like, maybe she's a paralegal.
she questioned some people at the first trial.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't. I've now you are you. Oh, you're into her. You're hot for her.
No, I like Hogwarts, the clerk.
Hey, love bug, what's up? It's so funny because I have there was that clip, but I want to get to like where that freaking guy starts talking. God
That
bless.
guy starts talking. I
That
know
guy.
exactly
Yeah,
what you're
that
talking
guy.
about.
Well, what they've done is they've completely taken from the Channel 10, they took the defense dog bite expert and they only did the defense's freaking maybe I have to go through it again. I don't know. But they did the
Cross-examination.
defense's testimony, but not when the prosecution questioned her. And that's where it's like she's like gasps because he asked her about her memory, and she's like,
Yeah, that was during the cross-examination.
oh God, it was awful.
That was funny.
Oh my God, it was terrible.
It was hilarious. She is oh man, I can't stand her.
Why don't you like the dog bite lady? What's the
She
matter?
had literally nothing scientific about it. It was like, I looked at this and I know.
She
I'm
was
like,
an ER doctor
yeah,
for many, many moons.
yeah.
Weird.
So she should be able to
dog bite. Okay. She
talk
had
to
a
any
weird.
scientific expert and tell them to explain why something is something. They give you so many fucking details, like measurements and descriptions. Hers are all like, well, this could be this could be this is typical, this is typical.
What?
And then at the end, she's like, well, that makes me 100% sure. It's like,
but there's a fan
no
back here which I can hear,
scientific
but
expert ever talks like that. They
This
have,
is her first time testifying.
I don't give a shit. She
Give
had
her a break.
first
just
time
keep your
testifying.
voice up,
She
that
I believe
testified
her
for
more
like
than I
20
believe
hours.
Burgess and
She testified
freaking
for 20
and
fucking hours.
and Mr. I'm gonna shoot the Lexus to the fucking moon guy, out to space guy. Oh,
Well, that would have solved a lot of problems if somebody did that.
oh geez. All right. Okay, you weirdo. No. Oh. Not.
I mean, they could put Karen Reed and Katy Perry on it and shoot it to the moon.
Oh my God, no.
I think they'd be good together, don't you?
I could only find a TikTok of this lady doing the whole gasping thing. I don't know why. What?
Well, it's hilarious. Well, she made a number of, misspeak. You misspeak a lot and you don't recall things. But
Me?
every time she got too cute about trying to be like literally the defense helped her with a report. And she's like, oh, I don't know who on the defense. You know goddamn well who fucking helped you on the defense. And she'd be like, well, it could have been this, it could have been that. It's like, oh, your memory's not good then? I guess her memory's not so good when it comes to admitting
Oh
something
God!
bad. Embarrassing. Oh God.
Dare you? I'm shocked.
But literally, talk to any technical expert about their bread and butter and ask for details. They'll give you so many goddamn technical details about it.
Let me see if this one.
Precise things that you can measure. Your ears will start to bleed. You'll stop listening. She has none. So like, oh, there's a general parallel pattern. Yeah, okay, parallel pattern. Nothing else can make parallel wounds. Nothing. It has to be a dog bite because they're in parallel. And then she's changed.
You know what? Wait, H8yourst8. Hold on. I can prove she's right. She's right. No, dude. She's
Okay.
totally right, though.
About what?
About the way that there are. Because the way that dude was saying, like, his arm was bent, and he's saying that, oh, those scratches or things like bull fucking shit. I showed you. Remember, I told you I pinched my freaking skin in that thing, and they're trying to say that. At first they were saying that his skin got pinched, and then that the freaking tail light was scratching him. I mean, in uniform like that. No, no.
She's changed her testimony as well.
No. Now listen to this broad. You listen up, mister. Listen
Would
to
you
this
explain why there's no teeth marks on the other side of his arm, please?
Yes, I believe they all started closer to the anterior or
First they were all
front
claws,
portion of the arm.
and they were all
Like,
teeth.
They started up
She
here,
can't say anything about
here,
any individual wound.
up here, and
they're groupings. She keeps telling you that these are groupings.
You should be able to
the direction
explain
is
something about
towards
an
the
individual
posterior
wound.
portion of the arm.
If you're this
Now, if we
renowned
could just
expert,
go
tell
back
me something
briefly,
specific about
I want
each
you to-
wound,
I
and
started
then
to
tell
think,
me
what
the
if
group.
that wound in the back of John's head wasn't a blunt force? What if it was the dog chewing on his head, and that front bite was that him fucking
Now you're really out in the
clutching
weeds.
into his forehead. I mean,
But can you tell
could
me
have
why
been a
there's
fucking
no?
gigantic hog. It could have been a big wild hog that did it.
Can you tell me? Well, there was pig DNA. Will you
Exactly.
tell?
This is what I'm saying. This is my new theory, by the way.
Would you tell me why there's nothing on the other side of his arm?
Is there?
There's no wounds on the other side of his arm.
Is the rigger on the other side of his arm? Because it's not on this friggin' side.
What?
It looks like a little bit right up at the top. But you got to remember, Jen on that 911 call says he was face down. He was face down, but how is rigger on his backside?
I don't know where you're going with that.
Well, usually the blood settles at the bottom of the
I mean
body.
the lividity?
Yeah, the lividity sets in. Yeah, it sets in and it goes straight to the lowest point of the body. Basically, if it's laying down, that's where it's going.
I noticed you didn't answer my question.
Oh,
and
I'm
you
sorry. What was it?
changed the topic.
I missed it. What? I'm sorry.
Why aren't there any wounds on the other side of his arm? If this giant dog is biting his arm, it's gonna
Because
bite
didn't you hear what
around
she
his
said
arm.
that sometimes it doesn't always happen that way because they'll use those bottom teeth.
Yeah, well,
to
there's
just
several
hold
wounds.
on
It's not
and
like there's
grip.
one wound here. There's several. You don't think any of them would ever? The bottom teeth would be. It's biting very hard, apparently.
Well, the bottom teeth are movable. The top are not. You know what I'm saying?
Bottom teeth don't move.
Top teeth don't move.
The bottom teeth don't move.
Yeah, they go up. They go up and down.
You mean the jaw moves?
The jaw moves. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
The lower
the jaw
top,
closes.
the
That's
top
how
of
the dog bites. You're
top
saying this
jaw
is the
doesn't
new.
move.
This dog doesn't bite. It just drags its
That's
front
why
teeth
it's parallel.
across.
Like these are groupings.
Oh,
These
boy.
are groupings.
Why did
And
it do that again?
And it can be with claw marks and teeth marks. Did you hear her testimony, Romigo?
Yeah, and I
If we do a
said, wow,
comparison, if we
she
could go
just
back, Your Honor,
really
please,
wants
back to
this to be
Exhibit
dog bites and
157 that we had up
making
earlier.
conclusions that aren't
I'm
scientifically
sorry, 167.
substantiated.
And they make her read from that
As
report. She
between
reads it right out loud. It
167
says
and
right
1,
here.
Which one is closer in time to when Mr. O'Keefe was
The
located?
standard.
The previous one.
All right, so let's go back to the previous one.
Look at that.
I mean, could it be any other
So
type
that
of
one
animal?
is closer in
Yeah,
time.
a fucking
to
wild
when
boar.
Mr. O'Keefe was located on January 29 of 2022,
Hey,
correct?
they could train a wild.
And-
They could train a
and-
wild hog. They could train a
So
hog.
January 29,
Take a pig.
2022, if we can go
They
back
could.
to Exhibit 157.
I think it was a snowplow guy.
67, excuse me, 167.
It could have been a pig, an attack
Can you
pig. It
tell
could have been.
when this
You know
picture
what?
was
Remember
taken
that girl
from
said,
the-
I didn't even know they had a dog.
Well, it says,
Maybe she said
January
that because
31st.
Okay,
she
so it,
knew they had
and
a
that-
pig.
Is that the basis for you saying that?
I'm just saying.
Exhibit 1 was
If I
closer
knew hearing.
in time to when Mr. O'Keefe was located?
Yes.
All right, so I want to do
You don't
another
think so?
comparison, have you do another comparison of the two. If you can look at what is depicted in
Hold on, I'm gonna go fast.
Exhibit 1.
Why are they blocking out his love handles?
And now go back to 1 and see if you see any differences at all as to what's depicted. Do you see any differences with regard to the wounds on the arm, or the arm just in general? Let's go back to, see that now, let's go back to 167.
Okay.
Well, the coloration of the photograph is slightly different.
And what do you mean the coloration?
It does.
Well, the skin tones here are more yellow.
Yeah,
than
there's
they,
more
are
orangey
in
and-
the previous photograph.
Hydrated.
What
And-
is, I'm sorry, what is, do you have a conclusion as to why
When was this?
there is a difference in skin tone in this exhibit compared to Exhibit 1?
Well, it could just be technique, lighting technique. I do see.
It probably
some,
wasn't a physician taking it. She only trusts
lividity on the
physicians
chest.
to give it
Postmortem
opinion. So.
lividity, and that's
And
what that
to
means
take
is
photos.
pooling of the blood.
This is
which happens
131.
Very
after death.
Can you explain to the jury what lividity is?
Yes. So,
Listen this
blood
time and stop calling it
follows the
rigor.
laws of gravity.
Well, it is.
And
Rigor mortis.
the blood will settle
Rigor mortem.
to the dependent parts of the body. In this case,
Yeah.
the body the body of Mr. O'Keefe is horizontal, and so the blood is going to settle from the top of the chest, which would probably be up here somewhere, down towards the back, which would be the inferior portion of the chest in that position. And likewise, it would happen on the extremities too.
So you just mentioned the extremities. Do you see any lividity on the extremity here, the right arm?
You know, actually, there is discoloration over here in the elbow area. I do see
She's
some.
always sucking
okay.
her teeth. Do you
So
think
there's
she
several
put
areas of
dog
lividity
teeth in
on
her
the
mouth?
arm. I'm sorry.
Maybe.
There's some
She got
right
like
here,
a
this
set of
redness right
dentures
here
made
on
of
the,
dog teeth.
You're as bad as
wrist.
Brennan.
I believe that's postmortem lividity. I believe that this redness
He's trying to
in
make me
here
gasp.
near the elbow is also postmortem lividity. And
I mean, when's the last time you think Brennan made a woman gasp like that?
yeah, that's what I believe.
Okay.
That's postmortem lividity.
And again, lividity is that you said something that
That's so
sets
true.
in after death?
Yes, it's the pooling of blood.
Is there, with regard to this depiction, do you see any
The chat I was
differences
in,
with
everybody
regard
thought
to that elbow?
Alessi was going to hook
You know,
up with
I think
this
that-
lady.
Oh, God.
Earlier this morning with the lighting, I may
How
have,
old is
said that this
Alessi?
was bruising, but now as I think about it,
He's
and I see all this other
really got a
lividity here,
bad dye
lividity over
job,
here,
so
I believe that's postmortem lividity.
And if we could go back to Exhibit
they
1,
could be contemporaries.
and you said this is the one that's closer in time to when Mr. O'Keefe was located, do you see any lividity or bruising with regard to that photo?
I don't see any definite bruising.
You think
I do
Karen's
see
guilty,
some
don't you?
discoloration up here near the shoulder.
Yeah.
You think she hit him with that car, don't you?
At some point, you did too.
I don't think so.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, you know, I
You
did
changed-
at one point. But
Yeah, I
then,
know. You change I
know.
what you think, like based on the last thing you've seen.
That's right. But you know what? I think the broads killed him.
There was a lot of stuff in the first trial
That is not
To-
here, huh?
to show just how crazy Karen is. She's a real flake, but and
Like,
she stomped on her accelerator in reverse. I mean, they
is that what she said?
well, she did go on 17 shows going, did I hit him? Did I hit him?
I'm not sure if that's postmortem lividity or not. It
I
could
mean,
be
who
early
does
postmortem
that unless
lividity.
they think
So
they could have
if
hit
we
somebody?
Could, thank you, Mr. Wool. Can we take that depiction down for the moment? What I'd like to do
At minimum.
is to, and we'll come back to that. If we have the lights back on, please. Thank you.
But they fucked up this investigation big time.
Have you
Oh, yeah.
had
They did such a
experience prior to this case
they deserve all this.
performing your pattern recognition methodology
Wait,
skills
who fucked it
with
up? You
regard
mean the
to-
cops?
Yeah,
Dog-inflicted
everyone
wounds on
involved in the
humans?
investigation. Well, everyone running the
In other words, have you
investigation.
seen dog-inflicted wounds that have a pattern on humans?
I've seen dog wounds that have had a pattern. I didn't need to do it utilize that skill because I also had other information about the case. You know, for instance, the police officer or the victim himself said, you know, I was attacked by a dog.
And for those that can you give an example, like in ER, just as to how you would come to have that knowledge or otherwise? How would you generally come
Oh,
to have
for
knowledge?
fuck!
as
I don't want to go
potential source of the
over her knowledge,
Oh.
her skill set. You guys, she's not. She freaking collects dog bite photos.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and
go with this fraud.
And she calls up people saying, "Hey, do you need me to come in here? I'm about to start a business identifying dog bites. This might be a good."
Oh my God,
Platform.
that's not how
She
it.
literally did
You
it.
recognize
She literally.
You make it. Oh my God,
inserted
you
herself
are
into this
Brennan.
case.
that as part of
She
Brennan,
inserted herself
You're
into
on the
case.
prosecution side.
And can you
I hate her.
describe
She is annoying as
how
fuck.
you reviewed this document as
Or
part
you
of
mean
I
you
like
don't
a
like
lot of the
evaluation
defense
of this case?
witnesses. Her, she is
Well, I
awful.
reviewed the injuries, which are, so
She's
this is a decedent.
she's a flake.
Picture of a decedent.
I've met.
A different case.
I worked with a lot of scientific experts. She is all emotion. Everything she says is, well, I saw this, and she dismisses stuff immediately. She's like, well, did you realize Karen Reed went on shows and said, did I hit him? Well, she was immediately dismissed it because people are excited after something bad happens. And there's, well, it was a year and a half after the event. She's, well, it can linger. You know, it's like, she's clearly invested in a train of thought and being on a certain side, and it's obvious.
I think she's her own advocate, you know,
that too. Like, she wants
And-
as much exposure as possible.
You know, and so that's kind of where I'm going with that.
But there's nothing scientific about her. See, Little changed her hair. Look at this. There's Hogwarts clerk.
Dr. Russell, I read to you the measurements that were in Dr. Scorti-Bello's report.
But the most annoying thing is how
Are
she
you aware
breathed
that
into
she
the mic the whole
testified
time and sucked
that
her
these
teeth.
Superficial abrasions.
You're so
did not have
mean.
Any depth
Well,
or any puncture.
I don't recall that.
I think she had a Werther's going.
Oh wait, I think this is the part where he does that.
Would you agree? If
How's
Dr.
your memory?
Scorti-Bello testified in this court that those superficial
Shut up.
abrasions did not have any puncture or depth. Would you agree with that assessment?
Objection, Your Honor.
In that form, it's sustained.
Would you agree that the superficial abrasions on Mr. O'Keefe's arm had no punctures?
I agree.
Would you agree that the abrasions, the superficial abrasions on Mr. O'Keefe's arm had no depth?
No measurable depth, yes.
She's
Between the
not
last time you
disagreeing.
Testified, and then you testified here today. Have you spoken to the attorneys at all regarding the issue of punctures?
No.
Because you are agreeing today that those superficial abrasions did not have any punctures, right?
They don't appear to have any punctures.
But you, in the past, have testified very, very differently than that, haven't you?
No.
Now, we've spoken many times. I'm going to go through many of those examples later, but we'll do that a little bit later, Dr.
She was on the stand so fucking long.
Yeah, she was.
Of course, 8 hours of it was her going over her fucking resume. It's like, enough.
Well, I think they want. You know what? I don't recall any. Why is my thing doing that?
It was literally over an hour of her just talking about, oh, I did this, and then I did this.
Over the
and then I
course
was
of your
like,
many
okay.
testimonies under oath, would it be fair to say that you have changed your opinions about the superficial abrasions to John O'Keefe's arm many
Look at
times?
the faces she's making.
I don't believe that's fair to say.
In the past, when you were describing
calm.
O'Keefe's superficial abrasions on his arm,
Shut up.
did you
How's
give
your memory,
varying
ma'am?
different opinions about the cause of each individual wound, area of wound?
I don't believe so.
When you first gave opinions, that was
You know what
before
question you should have asked
the
her?
last,
What?
Who
proceeding.
let the
You
dogs
came
out?
in and you were
Oh my God, you
testified
would.
in the initial proceeding, right? I'm trying to be
Yeah.
as specific as I can. You testified last year?
Yes.
And before-
In
Please.
there was a hearing, then there was proceeding.
That prior hearing.
Whoa.
Call the first event the prior hearing, the next one the prior proceeding.
She almost
I don't
lost
want to
her
confuse you.
teeth.
I'm just trying to follow the rules. You testified twice last year, didn't you?
3 times.
3 times. Okay. The first time you testified was just before the
Yeah,
judge.
here it comes.
Yes.
Okay. When you first testified before the judge, do you
Maybe
remember
not.
that you had uncertainty about how each and every one of those wounds was caused?
I don't remember that.
Do you remember when you then testified a couple days later at the proceeding that some of your opinions changed from the first time
Here
you
it is.
testified?
I don't believe that.
And then when you later met me and we've had a chance to talk over the last 2 events, December and January, would it be fair to say that your opinions regarding the individual areas of wound changed?
I don't believe so.
Okay. At some point before or during our conversations in December and January, you wrote a report, didn't you?
Oh, this
Yes.
isn't it.
When you wrote that report, you hadn't written a report before the first time you came in and testified, had you?
That's correct.
And it was between those hearings in December and in January where you wrote your first
Just
report.
suck people up.
Sounds correct.
You dated that report December 9, 2024. Does that ring a bell?
Yes,
When you wrote that report,
Oh my
you did
God.
not write that report alone, did you?
I did.
You had some help, didn't you?
Not in the content of the report.
Well, you sent the report back a number of
And
times
this is where he
for
starts
review and revision,
drilling
didn't you?
her.
In terms of organization,
And some of the language in this report is really not your language. It's the language of somebody who helped you write some of this, isn't it?
you know, if
This-
somebody helped me write it, it would have been much better written than that.
Didn't you agree that you had some assistance with the report? Haven't you testified to that before?
And no, and in terms of organization, there was some comments, oh, this sentence belongs, with this
You know,
paragraph or, whatever.
what
But in
I
terms of content,
found
that was my work.
when she started to testify,
It's your words, not somebody else's. Isn't that true?
That's correct.
But nevertheless, you had somebody assisting you.
look, she does need to stop. Okay, when I play this on fast forward, I can't watch the lips. Stop it! Hate your state. You suck for even pointing that out. Can you hear me? You left me again. You left.
What?
Did you hear me?
No,
You were getting a drink, weren't you?
Who's
I was
helping
going
you
to the
with report?
bathroom.
You're going number 2?
No,
Dropping the kids off at the pool? Is that what's going
I
on?
mean I'd still be there if I was. Because of
Eddie.
this, my balloon knot's not leaky.
Oh my God. You're
What?
terrible.
How?
So,
I never said that.
So here's my new theory, Hate Your State. So here's my new theory after all of this.
Okay.
The new theory is that the Alberts did not have a dog. Chloe was a pig. An attacked pig. That's why everybody has testified they never seen a dog there. It was a pig. They got a pet pig. Nobody asked about a pet pig. And I think that somebody should ask about a pet pig. That's what I think.
That's the best theory of your head.
I know, right? I know. I'm pretty good. Oh God! And then wait, we got to do this one right here.
You think they ate Chloe to hide the evidence?
I don't think so.
Did they have a pig roast after that time? Are you there?
Yeah.
Hello?
No. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, I was gonna pull up this other thing.
Pig DNA.
Pig. I don't. Who testified to the pig DNA, or did they do that to
DNA. The DNA girl.
So they did testify that there was pig DNA. Well, then I said, wait, didn't he go to have pizza earlier? And didn't he get, maybe they got pepperoni and he wiped it on his sleeve. You don't know.
Pepperoni is from pigs?
Well, it's got pork in it. Yeah, it's got all kinds of stuff in it. Pork and chicken and probably some beef. Who knows?
There's no chicken in pepperoni.
Google this shit. Seriously. True.
There's no chicken in my pepperoni. I specifically get chicken.
Oh my God, I don't even want to go there. I don't want to hear about your pepperoni. Hate Your State.
I'm gonna gasp if you keep it up.
You're gonna gasp.
Possible.
I can't. You know what? There's just not enough time. If I didn't have to work all day every day, I could spend more time
Doing
finding
nothing.
the things that I want and doing the things that I want. I need to like win the lottery or something.
I mean, then you can pay me for coming on your show.
Hey, you want to? You need no. F you.
Oh wow!
You do it for free, or you're not my friend. Oh my God, that's funny. Sorry, I was gonna pull up the video file. I wanted to see. Damn it! Here it is. Screen recording. this one right here. I had all these screen recordings. I wonder what this one is. Ooh, I wonder what this one is. We're going to play it.
Canton Fire Department run report for both Mr. O'Keefe and Miss Reed. Medical records for both Mr. O'Keefe and Miss Reed from Good Samaritan. I have two retrograde extrapolation reports, one, and a serum plasma conversion report relative to Miss Reed. I have the neuropathology report.
Yeah.
After you began your study, sir, did you have an opportunity to personally look at items that were involved in this case?
Yes, I did.
And what did that include?
That included looking at Miss Reed's vehicle, looking at Mr. O'Keefe's vehicle, going to the scene of the incident.
They look at Allie McCabe's vehicle?
I ultimately purchased a 2021 LX 570, the exact year, make, and model.
Remember this?
Miss Reed's vehicle, and conducted testing with that vehicle, as well as doing a whole bunch of research and compiling data for my report.
Chat lost their shit when they found out that he bought a freaking Lexus or a vehicle, identical vehicle.
You mentioned slides when you
Yeah,
went
and
through
he
your
sold it
investigation.
I don't think he sold it yet.
And
I think they're going to wait until
ultimately led to
after
conclusions
I'm
you
just
have.
saying, but
Did
that's
you
what he's going to
prevent-
do. It's like, okay.
and give them a discount on their $440,000 freaking cab.
These people have obviously never worked with consultants.
Provide
lot of money.
and create a PowerPoint presentation.
I love it that lawyers are
I
fucking
did. I provided a
complaining about
PowerPoint
consultants,
presentation
but
on January
lawyers are
30th.
just as bad, if not
May I
worse.
approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
Lawyers charge you for fucking thinking about their. Oh, I was thinking about your case. Oh, what have you got to tell me? Not much, but I spent an hour thinking about it, so here's the bill.
Mentioned looking underneath the bumper. So we
So-
wanted to see what, if anything, was damaged on the corner.
The defense's first witness talked about this, about there was a height difference. Wasn't there? I don't know if it was like 2 inches, something like that, or
I think you're talking about the fact that the entire frame can raise and lower hydraulic.
yeah, the hydraulic. And so I found that
Putting my hand to show where the frame rail ends. This is me looking up underneath to the back side of this taillight. If you can see, this red taillight actually sticks out. And so I'm checking the front here for damage. I'm checking the back for damage.
1 second, please.
Yeah, he's checking it all
So
for
with all that
damage.
information, I mentioned an enormous amount of data when you use these scanners nowadays. So then, as indicated on the underline here, I did a CDR. That's a little different than what you heard me say before.
He gets
CDR
boring
is crash
as hell.
data retrieval. So that's the hardware and software that you use to download or actually copy
I don't even
or
remember.
take an
if they
image
zoned
of.
out,
Means
though.
you're just taking an image
Yeah, no,
of what's
he
on the
was-
vehicle.
Super frustrating. Hold on, let me see if I can find. Oh, no, those are all screen recordings that I cannot have. Here, this one. This is the one that I was trying to find. You gotta see this one. Hold on, you gotta see this clip. This one's a funny one. Where is it? Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Window? Here it is. Oh, it's a media player. That's why. Huh. Oh, I hope this plays the sound too. Look at this.
I don't hear it.
This is funny.
Did you hear me?
Yeah? Wait.
I don't hear it.
Wait. Hold on. Hold on. What?
I don't hear whatever video you're playing.
You're not hearing it? See, that's, I don't, okay, hold on. Let me remove it. And let me stop the screen because I don't know if I hit. Oh, here we go. I'll do it like this. I just realized. Here we go. Okay.
Jurors are hearing testimony
hear
from
it now?
Judson
Yes.
Okay.
Welcher. He's a biomechanical expert who actually
Given the conditions that you've described, it is reasonable to conclude that that vehicle, under your parameters, would have gone up on the lawn. Is that a reasonable conclusion?
No.
So you don't think there's any possibility that could occur, a vehicle going 24 miles an hour at this location, 87 feet backwards, in the dark, with wet pavement at a minimum, in low lighting, you don't believe it's possible for the vehicle to, under your scenario, to have gone up on the lawn? That's not possible.
So your first question was reasonable, and I said no. Now you're asking possible. It, of course, is possible. Whether it's reasonable or not, I'd have to know the starting position.
Right.
If it's very close to the side, then it could be reasonable. If it's further towards the middle of the road because snow is building up on the side of the road, then it's probably not as reasonable. I would need more information to be able to determine whether it's reasonable or not. It's certainly possible. It's possible it could have shot off into space as an engineer, but not probable.
Oh, you think it's possible that it could have been shot off into space, sir?
As an engineer, it's a possibility.
It's a possibility that
Absolutely.
this Lexus could have been shot off into space.
Yeah, highly, highly unlikely. But
All right.
again, you're asking an engineer about possibilities and probabilities.
Let's get back to reality. So in terms...
Let's get back to reality. That was funny.
Well, he did change his thing. He's like, oh, you don't think it's possible? You didn't ask that. You asked reasonable.
How many times?
Gamesmanship. That's the typical lawyer gamesmanship. They all do that.
Such
Oh, it's not possible. It's impossible. You didn't ask that.
baloney. It's baloney. Let's
But
see.
the
I don't know
defense
if I have any other
question.
clips. I have what?
Huh?
What? I had a whole bunch of freaking clips that I freaking.
You keep saying that.
Well, I know, but then I just have the fan. That fan, it's like famous. It's like a famous fan. You know,
Everybody likes the fan.
what?
Said everybody likes the fan.
You know, the thing is, I made the fan. I put the like. Listen, look at, listen, look at, look at, look at, look at.
Did you add the sound?
I like it. Isn't that groovy? It's loud, but I think it's bad.
You are unmuted.
There's Hogwarts.
So bad.
So I was told council want to see me at sidebar.
You know, they all just do lines at the sidebar.
Probably. Got some shots over at the sidebar. Good times. I'm telling you, these guys are terrible.
So many people are so emotionally invested in this.
They're so emotionally invested.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm telling you, what are we gonna like? I was shocked this afternoon when she
Did
said,
you gasp?
I gasped. Like, how dare they take the day off? What? No,
And only do a half a day. They did like barely half a day, right?
I would be curious to weigh fan time with witness testimony time with sidebar time. And honestly, I think sidebar would win, then the fan, and then the testimony. God.
You should have watched that fucking Sim and Tilly trial. Like, there were so many people during that going like, "Oh, I love this judge. I love this." The judge was a fucking awful. He took 2-hour lunches. He started late. He ended early every time. He took two half-hour breaks. He took a week off in the middle of the fucking trial. It lasted over 4 months. The trial took he let in everything. He let in every minute of these recorded conversations. So like entire days of trial were just listening to recordings that had literally nothing in them. What are you supposed to learn from this? Like, you just sat there listening to people being recorded talking from jail, and it was,
Well,
oh, I love this judge. He's great. It's like, what? He's the worst.
I think that's why they brought that one. I think the guy's name was Matt. They're the defense's first witness. I'm itching my head right here, and I don't know why my other arm is flailing up like that. It's so weird.
Wasn't that the one itching your head?
No, this one is, and then this one, like, I don't know why, but this arm was going up. I'm
Your
trying
other
to move
arm's
it,
staying down.
and I can't even do that.
There
It's
it
so
goes.
weird. Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
I'm just gonna assume those are the motions you're making.
No, they're not. I don't.
Then why would your avatar make them?
This is a half-ass avatar. Okay. This
That's
is a
what you're
half-ass
doing.
avatar.
I'll try to deny it.
Right. Right. You know.
Who the hell is Matt?
That was their defense's first witness. Their expert.
Oh, the guy with the tie.
Yeah, the guy that probably smelled good too. Yeah. Wait, this guy.
So if anything is wrong with your analysis, would it be based on Mr. Burgess being wrong in his analysis?
Objection.
Sustained.
Look at that. He's so handsome.
I mean, yeah, you got all butthurt when I implied he can improve. It's literally his second time testifying. I was like, yeah, he can improve on certain answers, and you got all upset that I criticized him like that.
You criticized the old lady. You may as well be Hank. You may as well be Hank.
She can't. Oh, she's the worst. You're obviously biased if you can't see how annoying she is. She literally sucked her teeth the entire time right into the microphone. If that doesn't drive you insane,
he's got a freaking dog bite photo collection.
If that doesn't drive you insane,
that's your thing. That was your thing.
I can go to any trailer park right now around me and find a dog bite collection in some guy's hovel. Does that make him an expert that you want to think? Yeah.
I don't know about you, kid. I don't know about you, kid. All right, let me see.
About
Do I have
me?
any? What?
About me?
Yes. Oh my God. You're a smart ass. Oh, here, hold on. Let me see. I got Mr. Whiffit. Oh, I mean,
Mr. Whiffit.
Remember Mr. Whipple?
No.
The toilet paper, Charmin toilet paper guy?
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Whipple?
The guy who squeezed the Charmin.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Sorry, I didn't know his name.
Oh.
Don't squeeze the Charmin. That guy?
That guy.
Why the hell should I know his name?
You're supposed to know these things now. Come on. Oh my God.
Why the hell are you talking about?
Oh, I was going to tell you. So that guy.
50 years ago.
What? No,
Did he die like 50 years ago.
How many? What did you just say? How many?
50.
50? You suck. Hey, your state, how old are you?
I'm not gonna say. I'm really old. That's how I knew the fucking guy,
What guy?
even though he died 50 years ago.
What guy? You knew him in
Mr.
person?
Whipple.
You knew Mr. Whipple in
Mr.
person?
Whipple. Yeah, and Fred, the guy who makes the donuts. We would
Really?
hang out together.
Yeah, I remember that. The Calgon lady?
In Madge, I'm soaking in it.
Jeez. Okay, yeah. So I think, like I said, my newest theory is in fact that the Alberts had a
Are you gonna
attack.
tell me why the fuck you brought up the Charmin guy?
Oh, because I every time I hear
Oh, I need to
Whiffin's
take
name,
a
I
shit.
think of Mr. Whipple.
Every
time
time
I
I
hear-
need to take a shit, I think of Mr. Whipple.
No, that's not what I was thinking at all. Every
Oh.
time I hear,
That's a better answer.
well, it's the truth.
So why did you, Mr.
I always think that he just it's Whiffin, Whipple. I don't know.
Who
It's
the
a
fuck is
weird
Whiffin?
name.
Who's Whiffin?
It's Whiffin, but I call
Who
him Mr.
is
Whipple.
Whiffin?
Whiffin, it was the freaking the like British guy.
Oh, way back. The phone
Yeah,
guy.
the beginning.
The phone guy.
Now, are they gonna have? Yeah, are they gonna have them come back?
I doubt it.
I wonder how this is gonna play out. I wonder who else they're gonna put on the stand. Do you think that they're actually gonna call Proctor?
No, I think they're chickening out.
Really?
Yeah.
And they're not gonna call Higgins either, are they? Huh.
I mean, all the Higgins stuff is out. I don't think they can get any more from talking to him. Right? They
I just don't think that he's
didn't
explained.
one of the other guys have to read his text?
Well, no.
Somebody read his text out.
Yeah, no, it was what do you call them?
Those
What's
were
his name?
proctors. Those were proctors.
Oh, those were Proctors. You're right.
Did
my
somebody
God.
have to read Higgins?
Yeah, Tully did.
Yeah. I knew
That's
that.
right.
Yeah. So that's out there, I think. That
Why did they make Tully and freaking
they didn't want to call Higgins, so they had to pick somebody. And they didn't want to call Proctor, so they had to pick somebody.
Oh my God.
You know what I
I
mean?
wonder who else they're gonna
It
call.
was all posturing. It's all posturing.
And I wonder like that one lady who was such a hostile witness.
Devers.
Yeah. She was, oh my God, she was so annoying. I couldn't stand her.
Yeah,
But I understood her because what she's trying to do, she's, newer in her career. She was newer in her career at the time. And she transferred out and went into the Boston
Right.
PD. And she's got to
And
prove
she's
herself.
obviously had that, and they've probably,
No,
you know,
women
not.
in
No, I mean, I'm talking about the defense. Every
right.
time she's talked to him, it's probably been, like subtle, like, okay, you do this, there's going to be consequences, that type of shit. And that
Well,
gets under your skin after a while.
you know what? It's not yay. The defense, hey, you know what? They shouldn't have messed up their investigation, and it was her department. So there it is.
That
You
didn't make
know,
any
but
sense.
that's like, well, no, it does because no. Let me get back to what I was trying to say. She was newer. She's going to listen to whoever it is that tells her what to do because she. Okay, let me explain this. A woman in law enforcement, whether people think so or not, and I didn't never used to think this. But it is harder for women sometimes to prove themselves in a police department because there's always going to be the good old boy club. No matter what department you go to, some more than others, but it's the truth. And this lady, this girl, this young girl, well, she was probably a fucking DEI hire for all we know. Okay. Yeah, I said it.
What's your
Yeah,
conclusion, though?
I
You
said it.
you laid the foundation. Now, what's your point?
Well, I think that she acted out the way that she did to try to prove
On the
her.
stand or
Yeah,
in the? Yeah,
yeah.
maybe
So
to
that,
impress the good old boy network that she's a
well,
hard
to
ass.
let her just distaste for the whole
Yeah, no,
situation.
she came off as a hard ass. So
Yes, and that's what she needed to do to try to
I don't think
maintain
she
some
needed to
sort
do
of
that. I think she could have just
clout
been.
amongst her peers.
I mean, as long as she didn't come off as like just totally throwing people under the bus left and right.
No, she
Like if
didn't at all. In
right, I'm
fact,
just saying, like, I don't think she needed to be like a real hard ass just as long as if she was just saying what came off as forthright and
so was
answering.
she the officer that was there? That was
No,
okay.
she was on in the dispatch room.
That's what I was asking. So she was the lady that was there. Was she was the one that was on duty? Was she the one on duty when Higgins got there though?
She was called to go into dispatch when the call came in.
Oh.
So when all this shit went out, they were like, okay, you go take over dispatch or whatever. That's the way she described it. And then she stayed there until whenever,
The
like in a
secretary had
shifting
to
half.
stay behind. The newbie had to stay behind.
Well, somebody had to cover that, right?
Yeah.
All the calls come in and like no one
Oh
answers.
my God. No wonder they got away with this.
Who got
Now,
away with
they
what?
killed him. They killed John. They killed John.
Who's they? The pig?
I think it was the rival mafia with an
I
attack
think
pig.
I
There
think
it
it was
is.
the mom riding the pig around.
His mom? No.
Yes.
No, she
You
was
thought
asleep.
that at one time.
Nope, she was no. Well, I think
Yeah.
that his
Yeah.
mom knows.
Yeah,
I think his
which
mom
is
really knows who did it.
insane. Okay.
I do.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
insane.
no,
Oh, you
seriously.
admit it now? It used to be your theory.
Well, yeah. I think she knows. I
Oh
think
my
she knows
God,
something.
you're insane.
She got stuff.
She literally lost a daughter a few years before that, and now she's covering up for the people who killed her son. For what?
I don't know.
Yeah, because there's no logical, reasonable, emotional
I
reason
feel
to ever do
sorry
that.
for the kids. I do. I feel sorry for the kids.
I mean, there's a lot of people to feel sorry for.
Because
Anyone involved in this who has nothing, who's gotten shit all over.
sad. It's really sad to see them do, you know what I'm saying? It's super sad I mean, geez. How many parents are they going to lose? And of course, grandma and grandpa ain't going to live forever. Why doesn't Oh, and I think isn't his brother kind of a
Wait, what were you Googling?
I wasn't
I thought you
Googling
were-
anything, but isn't her brother kind of a perv?
Whose
Or
brother?
I'm sorry, John's brother, isn't he kind of a perv?
I don't know anything outside of what happens in the case, in the trial. Because it's all bullshit.
Well, all of it is bullshit anyway.
Isn't John's brother a perv? What the fuck is
Yeah, I
that?
thought that he was they were reading some sort of messages of his.
In
I don't
court?
I swear
You are insane. He's literally in the gallery the whole time. If they were going to be doing shit about him, he'd be sequestered.
I think it might have been in the other trial. I don't know.
Yeah, I watched the other trial. There was literally nothing. He had a seat in the gallery looking straight at the side of Karen's head. Like if Karen's peripheral vision, John's brother is literally in her peripheral vision the whole time, which I thought is very strange to have a gallery set up where people can actually be in front of the defense, the people on trial. Don't you think that's weird? He sat there every day, literally staring at the side of her head.
What a creeper.
Well, why is that a creeper? Like, if you thought someone killed your brother, wouldn't you want to
stare at the side of their head? I suppose so. You know, my father,
go
his
to the
brother,
case
somebody
every
murdered
day?
his listen, somebody murdered my uncle. My dad was 28, I think, and my uncle was 29. And he was murdered. And my dad, I'll never forget, my dad would go every day to that trial. It consumed him.
If he could sit where he was staring right at the person he thought did it, don't you think he would do it?
I suppose
Yeah.
to intimidate them,
or just who knows? Who knows? I've never been in that situation. I'm not going to say this is the right way to respond. This is the wrong way to respond. But he literally sat. I just thought it was weird that you would have a courtroom where that's even possible. You know what I mean? For people to be in the field of vision.
right? I mean, yeah, that is a little weird.
Like you want the gallery to
It's like
be
if you're a round table and
right.
shit.
Yeah, right. It's like the gallery should be, because that's where all the shit gets weird. And the judge has to tell people, shut up, stop playing on this, It's like,
You say that this is how John kissed her on the forehead?
Yeah.
There's a plane waiting for us to take us to Miami in an hour. All right. Don't make a big thing about it. I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart. You broke my heart.
He kissed her forehead.
Oh my God, what am I gonna do with you? So today, Hate Your State sent me a meme today. I know it was you, Fredo.
Well,
But,
they
when I
literally
said
made
something
such a big deal about it, and
it
it's
was
like,
so funny.
oh,
It was hilarious.
oh. It was him that kissed her forehead. I mean,
Yeah, you said it was a Fredo kiss.
but I
He
mean,
was about to murder her, or he was about to die.
like, how's that mean that she wasn't filled with murderous rage?
Well, she was pretty upset. Hi, Farmer Fred. Yeah, I just noticed that you're over there in Scrumble Rumble. Nobody ever chats in Rumble.
I
They
do.
hate it. Yeah, well, I know you do, but you're not there, so it doesn't count.
Okay.
Mama's tired. What time do you work in the morning? Oh wait, you don't work in the morning, do you? You probably work in the
Never.
afternoon.
I don't work ever.
Dude, you want to hear something crazy? So I get back to work.
Wait, you didn't let me answer the question.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You want to hear
Yes.
something crazy?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. So I get back to work today after I had to do my rounds and stuff, do some stuff. And I get back to my office and also my boss starts telling me that we're closing a half hour earlier.
Because it's hot?
No! Oh my God. Shut up. No, just that the company or the agency decided that that's what they were going to do. And I'm like, what? Wait a second. When I first started this job, I started work at 11 o'clock, or it was 11:30. Yeah, 11, 11 or 11:30, whatever. And they kept moving it up. All of a sudden, no, it was 1 o'clock that
Moving
I
it up,
first
like
started. Yeah,
moving it earlier or moving it
yes,
late.
earlier. I used to work from 1 to 8:30, or wait, 1 to 9. 1 to 9 is what I do. 9:30, 1 to 9:30, and then they moved it up, and they kept moving my. Here I am 4 years later. I'm starting work right now. It's freaking 7 o'clock in the morning this week, but 9 o'clock in the morning, it's like that's too early. Like I never wanted to be a morning person. I'm not. I never have been a morning person, and I somehow got suckered into this morning shift.
Yeah, it sounds like a bait and switch.
It was, but you know what? Do I can't turn down this money. It's a great job, and I'm like, you know what? You know what? What time you want me there? That's basically where I'm at. What time
I
you
mean,
want me to be there?
if they keep backing it up, like eventually it'll become late again.
Well, I used to get shift differential because of the hours from 1 to 9. But now that I'm like 9 to 5, it's just regular freaking banker's hours, and I get every freaking holiday off. And you know what's coming up next in a couple weeks here?
Juneteenth.
Yeah, so bad, so
So are you
stupid.
gonna work out of spite?
No, I took an extra day off. In fact, it lands on a Thursday, and so I asked for Friday off too. So I'm gonna have a 4-day weekend. I even thought about just taking a whole another week off in addition to it, because if I do that,
In
then I get
solidarity.
yeah, then I'm closer to the 4th of July. I could even take like a couple of extra. Hey, let me look at that. Let's look at the calendar. Let me look at
And
that.
then you could take the next day off, and the next day off, and the day after that, and the next day
Yeah.
too.
Oh, I'd have to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
62
8, 9,
days.
10. I'd have to take 10 vacation and use 10 vacation days.
Gasp.
Do it. Oh my god, that would be so amazing. Oh, but I'm not going to.
So 10 days to get 3 weeks off.
Yep. But I'm not going to.
I mean, that's like a 50% additional value on your vacation days.
I think I get like 4 weeks of vacation every year. It's nice.
How much sick time do you get? You tell you.
I get about 104 hours of sick time a year.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. Actually, let's see. In a few years, in like 5 years, I get 5 weeks vacation. I think it's 5 years. It might be 4 more years now. It's getting up there. I'm getting up there. I'm getting to the top, top tier of everything. I'm at like my top tier of my pay, but not that you needed to know that. But it makes me feel like I'm limiting myself, and so I actually am considering doing some other jobs or taking or volunteering for certain details that I don't want to, but I might just for the heck of it. More money. Everybody likes money.
Volunteer. Oh, I thought you meant volunteering. Volunteer.
Well, I would volunteer to work, yeah, at, at, at a position that I'm not fond of, but would do for the money temporarily. That's how it goes. Mom's got to work super early, so that's all we get. That's all you guys get. I'm sorry, I was kind of boring. I feel like it wasn't that much energy tonight. I'm so tired.
Well, it's a Wednesday.
Oh, that's right.
You had Wednesday energy.
Sunday, I had a Sunday stream, and it was a God stream, And there was this song that I played, and it was really good. I really liked it, and my new thing is playing. Well, reading the chat. It's kind of fun to read that, and so I was like, gosh, I should. I put that. I put a video together with the chat and to that song that I played on Sunday, and it was really cool because of it's like testimonies inside the chat. It was really cool. I don't know. I thought about playing it as I close out tonight. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's a great idea.
All right. Great. Then it has to be done. I'm actually looking for it right now, and I just can't even find it. So let me find it, and then when we close out with it. I mean, may as well. It's kind of really cool, and I gotta try to find it before I can. I'm trying to find it. Hold on, trying to find it. Trying to find it. Shit. I am so bad when it comes.
Organizing your shit.
Well, I have so much. Is this it? I think this is.
That's why you need the Charmin.
I think this is it. Hold on. I think this is it. Yep, this is it. Let me make sure. Yep, this is it. Okay. Pausing it. Okay. All right. Hey, H8yourst8. You're the best.
Well,
thanks for you're the only one who puts up with me now. You and Dana.
I put
Where
up.
is she?
I'm just collecting evidence.
For what?
Well, you'll see.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
I think you're wrong. I don't think that she hit him with the car. Those are dog bites or pig bites. There, I said it. And I know you don't believe me, but it's the truth. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this one up. Let me see. Where did I put it?
I mean, the Who Let the Pigs Out single was not as well received.
Yeah, I haven't actually heard that. Did you make it?
No.
Yeah. I can't find my freaking video, you guys. Why do I suck so bad? Yeah, every time I've got something. I can never find the video. I found it right here. I gotta find it where it looks freaking okay. It's in recent. I don't have that option in here. I don't have that option. Hold on. That's not it. Go back. That's pretty pathetic that I don't have the option. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Oh, is this it? Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Don't laugh at me.
You're literally going through every file one at a time.
I have it right here. But, okay. So, recent. Let me see. It's in downloads. It's in downloads. Okay, found it. Shit. I found it. I found the video file. Oh my God, it's in my downloads. No wonder I couldn't find it. Yesterday. This is it. I found it. I got it. Yay! Fixed
Yesterday
it.
by Guns N' Roses.
No. No. It's this one. It's a long one. You just enjoy this. Just enjoy it, you guys. H8yourst8. You're the bestest.
Here we are, Father.
You don't have to. You can sit back quietly.
voice lifted up. And oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. And oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99, and I couldn't earn it, and I don't deserve it. Still, you give yourself away. And oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. There's nothing like it. Oh. So when I was your foe, when I was your foe, still your love fought for me. Yeah, it did. And you have been so, so good to me. When I felt no words, you paid it all for me. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. And you have been so, so kind to me. Healthy voice, and all the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. And oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99, and I couldn't earn it, and I don't deserve it. Still, you give yourself away. And oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. So there's no shadow tonight. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. Yeah. Woo. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down. There's no shadow now. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. No, 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 no. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. Whoa. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. No, 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 no. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. Oh, and all the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. And oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99, and I couldn't earn it, I don't deserve it. Still, you give yourself away. And all the overwhelming, never-ending, you better prophesy now. There's nothing he won't break through. There's no wall he won't kick down. Yeah. I want to read this scripture to us. It's out of Luke 15. Sometimes people get confused by it, but I feel like the Lord's all over it tonight. I want to read it to us. says, now the tax collectors and sinners are all gathering around to hear Jesus. The Pharisees and teachers of the law mutter, this man welcomes the sinners and eats with them. The religious people are mad. It sets the stage and Jesus pipes up. He told them this parable. He says, suppose one of you has 100 sheep and loses one of them. Doesn't he leave the 99 in the open country and go after the lost sheep until he finds it? And after he finds it, he joyfully puts it on his shoulders and he goes home. He calls his friends, he calls his neighbors together and says, rejoice with me because I've found my lost sheep. And I tell you that in the same way, there will be more rejoicing in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous people who don't. Man, he's that good. I want to just read a couple thoughts, just share a little bit of the story behind this song, and then we'll sing that bridge one more time and we'll go nuts. We'll see what happens. So when I use the phrase, the reckless love of God, when we say it, we're not saying that God himself is reckless. He's not crazy. We are, however, saying that the way he loves is in many regards quite so. And what I mean is this. He's utterly unconcerned with the consequences of his actions with regard to his own safety, comfort, and well-being. His love isn't crafty or slick. It's not cunning or shrewd. In fact, all things considered, it's quite childlike. And might I even suggest sometimes downright ridiculous. His love bankrupted heaven for you, for me. His love doesn't consider himself first. It isn't selfish or self-serving. He doesn't wonder what he'll gain or lose by putting himself on the line. He simply puts himself out there on the off chance that you and I might look back at him and give him that love in return. His love leaves the 99 to find the one every time. And to many practical adults, that's a foolish concept. But what if he loses the 99 and finding the one, right? What if? Finding that one lost sheep is and will always be supremely important. His love isn't cautious. It's a love that sent his own son to die a gruesome death on a cross. There's no plan B with the love of God. He gives his heart so completely, so preposterously, that if refused, we would think it irreparably broken. Yet he gives himself away again and again and again and again, time and time again. Make no mistake, our sins do pain his heart, and 70 times 7 is a lot of times to get your heart broken. And yet he opens up and allows us back in every single time. His love saw you when you hated him, and all logic said they'll reject me. He said, no, I don't care what it costs me. I lay my life on the line as long as I get their hearts. To make it personal, his love saw me, broken down kid with regret as deep as the ocean. My innocence and youth poured out like water. And he found me and he put me on his shoulders. And he carried me on. Because he's just that good, he's just that kind. He's a father that never gives up. So as we sing this bridge and chorus one more time, just let it break down those walls tonight. There's no shadow. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. Yeah. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. Yeah, again. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. He's breaking off self-hatred tonight. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow now. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't. Come on, let it rise. There's no shadow, no wall. There's no wall you won't, lie you won't. Come on, declare it. No shadow now. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after. One more time, every voice.
Such a good one. So it was on my heart to play that today.
It took you longer to find it than it did to play that song, and it was
Smart
a
Alec.
long song.
Thanks for joining me. Joshua, you missed it all. Go back, rewind, watch it over, fast forward through the bad stuff, get to the good parts.
90% of it was Gina looking for a file. So
Yeah, it was per much. You know what? Thanks, Josser. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Anyways, I will see you guys. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do a Sunday stream or not. I want to go see my grandson. We'll see. Maybe Friday night. It depends on what happens in court on Friday. I can't even believe that they're skipping Thursday and doing Friday. Couldn't believe it. So dumb. Right? Good night, hate your state.
good night.